In this lesson, you're going to learn measures of angles. The standard of study is G5. Use informal arguments to establish facts about the angle, summit, and exterior angle of triangles. Terms to know. A lot of these are terms you should have learned in the 7th grade units. Vertical angles, pairs of equal angles opposite each other. Equation of the unknown angle, an equation that can be used to solve for unknown angles. Interior, an angle that is inside a shape that is an interior angle. Exterior, an angle on the outside of a shape. Complementary, two sums whose sum is 90 degrees. Transversal, a line that crosses at least two other lines. Adjacent, angles that share a side and a vertex. And then supplementary, two angles that are equivalent to 180 degrees. Also, parallel, lines that never intersect. Angle, a measurement of the amount of rotation between two lines. Angle sum, triangles have 180 degrees. A rectangle and square have 360 degrees. Congruent means equivalent to. Alternate interior angles. These are examples of alternate interior. They are the same degrees, but they are alternate from one another on the inside of a transversal. Alternate exterior, they're the same angle, but on the outside, the exterior. Also terms to know. Special pairs of angles are formed by parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. Okay, here are some examples. Angles 1 and angles 5 are corresponding angles. That means they are the same. What are some more? Well, 2 and 6, 7 and 3, 4 and 8. 1 and 7 are alternate exterior angles. The others would be 2 and 8. And with that being said, alternate interior angles would be 3 and 5, and 4 and 6, because they are on the inside of the transversal. I already went over alternate interior angles, but I didn't go over vertical. 5 and 7, 1 and 3, vertical angles. 4 and 2, vertical angles. 8 and 6, vertical angles. They are side by side, right across from one another. They're vertical. And then same side interior angles, 4 and 5. They are not equivalent to, but those are called same side interior angles. It means they go together. You add those two angles together and you're going to get 180 degrees. Now, let's look at example 1. If angle 4 is equivalent to 114 degrees, what are the measures of all the other angles? Okay? Now, we'll list it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 is equivalent to 114 degrees. Now, let's take what we know. 2 is vertical. That means 2 is 114 degrees. Okay, 4 and 2 are done. 8 is the same, and so is 6. So that means 8 is 114 degrees, and so is 6. Now, 4 and 5 together are equivalent to 180 degrees. So I have to set up an equation. X is what I'm going to call 5, plus 114 is equivalent to 180 degrees. So now I've set up a one-step equation. I'm now going to solve for X. So that means 5 is 66 degrees. Well, so is everything else. Example 2. Find the sum of the two known angles. Now this should feel like a review from 7th grade. The way I would do this is set up an equation. X plus 110 plus 25. Remember, the sum of the degrees of a triangle is 180 degrees. Now solve the equation. X plus 135 equals 180. Solve for X. and I get 45. So my unknown angle is 45 degrees. The angles of a triangle measure 5x plus 8 degrees, 9x plus 2 degrees, and 15x minus 4 degrees. What is the value of x? Okay, so the first step is to think, how many degrees make up a triangle? 180 degrees. So I have to use each of these and set up an equation. 5x plus 8 plus 9x plus 2 plus 15x minus 4, and all of that equals 180 degrees. Now, I'm going to rewrite that to where my like terms are together. 15x plus 9x plus 5x plus 8 minus 4 plus 2, and all that equals 180 degrees. I'm now going to combine like terms. 29x plus 6 equals 180 degrees. Now I'm going to subtract 6 to both sides. And I'm now going to rewrite my equation. 29x equals 174. Divide 29 to both sides. And x equals 6. Now I am not finished. I just solved for x. That's it. Now I can take that value and plug it into each degrees. First one, 5 times 6 plus 8. 5 times 6, 30 plus 8, you get 38 degrees. So this one is 38 degrees. Next, 9 times 6 plus 2, 54 plus 2, that is 56 degrees. This one's finished, this one's finished. Now to the last one, 15 times 6 minus 4, and I get 86 degrees. Now, you want to check your work? Add them all up. 86 plus 56 plus 38 gives me 180 degrees. So my missing degrees are 86, 38, 56. Example 4. What is the measure of the corresponding angle of the triangle? Understand the meaning of supplementary angles. Supplementary angles have a sum of 180 degrees. That being said, I set up an equation. I'm going to call this guy x. Now I'm going to go x plus 128 equals 180 degrees. Solve for x. X equals 52.